Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Mathis, and today I want to show you how to send yourself or your teammates a text message using Golang with the Notifox Golang SDK. If you're not aware, Notifox is a service that allows you to send yourself notifications for a usage-based price, so no carrier verification, no monthly fees, no number leases, and it's a very simple API designed for and by developers. Obviously, when you want to use Notifox, the first thing you're going to want to do is create an account. So go to notifox.com, link will be in the description as well, and click on create an account, and this will take you through the whole account creation process. And because you're watching this video, I actually have a gift for you. If you go to the accounts tab all the way on the left and you type in launch 10 over here, and I'll put it somewhere over here as well, launch 10, you'll get $1 worth of credits for free. No credit card required, no commitment, no nothing. Purely as a gift to you, because I'm feeling very generous. What we're going to do today is we're going to write a little code or a little program in Golang that will take the weather from an API and it will text it to us based on some conditionals, and we'll kind of walk through it. I already have some code set up here. Obviously the main code that will run here, and a wrapper around this weather API. Obviously that's not the main point of the video, but I think it's fun to show some actual use cases for Notifox. This code will be on GitHub. There will be a link in the description as well to both this repository with the examples and the actual SDK, where you can go for more information. We have some pretty good examples on here. If you get lost throughout the video, you can always reference those, and they'll be pretty useful for getting started with Notifox. Same with the package.go.dev for function types and returns and whatnot. Could be very interesting. So after you're done creating an account, you want to go to audiences and add an audience. An audience is kind of an alias for your phone number, obviously, because you can only send messages to people who've been verified. We need to actually add an audience and then verify that that's our phone number. The way you do that is by going to audience, like I said, and clicking on add audience. Here you want to give your recipient a name. The easiest is just to give yourself a name. In my case, that would be Mathis, and then adding your phone number. For the moment, November 2025, we only support US phone numbers, but if you're in a country outside of the US, leave a comment down below, or reach out through any of the other channels and let me know what country you want me to add, so I can work with a telecom provider to get your country added. But you're going to fill in your US phone number and then click on send verification code. That will text you a verification code to your phone. You're just going to fill that in. And then if all went well, you should see your phone number in here with the verified status. So next thing we're going to do is create an API token. And actually, I'm going to hold off on this just a second because we need to copy it into our terminal. What I'm going to do first is actually set up the base of our project, the framework of the Notifox client and whatnot, and then when we actually need the API token, I'll come back to this. So let's open Visual Studio Code and actually run the code that we have here. So all this code does is it gets the current weather in... Whoa, I keep hitting this glass. All this code currently does is it gets the current temperature in Fahrenheit in San Francisco. So if we run this, we can do go run, and it will print out something like 55.2. And my goal for this video is to alert ourselves if this gets beyond a certain point. I really don't see why you would do this, but I think it's a fun, like, interactive real-world example. You could run this in a loop, or you could run this as a cron job somewhere that any time if it gets below freezing or below or above a certain point, it texts to you. Obviously, this doesn't need to be temperature related. You can send any kind of text message using Notifox. Common examples are data pipelines or billing alerts, or some kind of event-driven thing happens and you want to be notified of it. Notifox is perfect for things like that. Today, we're going to use the weather. So obviously, we have the weather thing kind of all figured out. Next thing we need to do is add the Notifox client so that we can actually send ourselves text messages. So first thing you want to do is add the Notifox SDK or the Notifox package to your imports. You can actually copy that from the main README of the SDK, or just type in github.com/notifoxhq/notifox-go. What we can then do is we can set up our Notifox client. So we can say client and error is equal to Notifox.new client. And as you can see, you have two different options. The first option, just new client, requires you to put the API key as the first argument. So you could either kind of add your API key, your raw API key in here, or you could add Notifox API key is equal to, whatever the API key is, and then reference that here. Though I do have to admit that this is pretty bad practice, as you never want to store your credentials hard-coded in your code. So what we're going to do is, instead of using the new client function, we're going to use the new client from env function. And this will take the environment variable Notifox API key and use that as the API key. And so that's why I waited with generating my API token, because this will make it much easier. So actually, I'll show you this again. Go to the API tokens tab on the left, and then all the way at the top right, click on Create Token. And that will show you your API token, and you can copy that and then close the window. And then in your terminal, wherever you run the code, in a Docker container or Kubernetes, or it doesn't really matter where, you want to set the environment variable called Notifox API key. So we'll do export Notifox underscore API underscore key is equal to, and then your API key. Obviously, for you, this is hopefully going to be a different key. We can press enter, and then we should be able to use this client. Next up, we are going to catch the error. If error is not equal to nil, then we're going to panic. And then before we continue, we're actually going to do go mod init weather. I've already done this, so it is not doing it. And then we can do go mod tidy to download all the packages. In this case, it will also download Notifox. And this is important because then your linter will be able to give you hints, and coding will be much easier. So once we've done that, and it's found Notifox version 0.1.1, we can do client.sendAlert, and we can fill in the context. So we do actually need the context. I've already declared that here, but you can do CTX or context.background, or whatever you prefer. I'm just going to reuse this context. And then we need to provide the audience. So if we go back to our dashboard, in here in audiences, you see the name of your audience. In my case, Mathis. This is my name. We're going to fill in Mathis here. And then the alert string, which is the text message that you want to send. We want to send the temperature. Obviously, we want to maybe dress this up a little nicer. Otherwise, it's just going to send me an integer. So I'm going to do message is equal to fmt.sprintf and say the weather in SF is currently Fahrenheit. And then we're going to fill in this and get rid of this. And then we're going to actually just print this log.println message. And then over here, we're going to fill in this message. We can also catch the response and the error. We can do if error is not equal to nil. We can log.println this error. And then this error, response will kind of tell us a whole bunch of stuff about the message, the encoding, how many parts there are, how much it costs as well. So we can do log.println resp.cost, for example, resp.currency, which is going to be US dollars for the moment, and for example, our message ID. And then I'm going to actually hold up my phone here so you can see if we run this. We'll do go run. We should see us getting a text message saying the temperature in San Francisco. And so this takes a second. But there we go. The weather in San Francisco is currently 55.2 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's really basically all there is to it. It's fairly simple. It's a simple single API call to actually send a text message. What if, for example, we're running this in a loop and we only want to send ourselves text messages based on a condition? That would be fairly easy. We can do if, and then we would get the weather object and the current temperature like this is greater than or equal to, in this case, let's do 60. Then we want to send ourselves a text message. If that's not the case, then it won't send us text messages. So we can do, actually, I will put this in here. And we're going to do else. So if it means it's colder than 60 degrees, we're going to do log.println. Weather is too cold, not sending a text message. I just thought of this, the top of my dome. You could use this as some kind of like surfing tracker, where if it gets above 75 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Fahrenheit or however hardcore you are, you can set it so that, you know, every hour it checks how cold it is, and then when it actually gets past the point where you're wanting to go surfing, it actually sends you a text message. So if you run this, it should just say it's too cold, I'm not sending a text message. But it does say that the weather is currently 52.5. Obviously, if we change this to 50, let's say our threshold is much lower and better surfers, it will also send us a text message. There we go. So yeah, that's that's really all there is to it. If you go to the dashboard, actually on the alerts on the left, you can see that our two messages have been sent and they've been registered. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about Notifox, how to use it, the applications, whatnot, please do let me know. I'm here to listen. I'm here to work with you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I have a lot of other cool, fun things planned for Notifox that you're definitely going to want to hear about. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, follow me on GitHub. Basically, follow me anywhere. The links will be in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And thanks for using Notifox.